speaking, you might have some questions. Questions wondering about, what am I talking about? What am I really saying here? Why am I up here? What am I going to do? These questions and other questions go through your mind. It's just normal as a speaker, you have these questions. But something you might not have thought about is that your audience has questions too. There's a sequence of questions that go through your audience's mind. And there's an order to that sequence. It's a process, a step-by-step process. And if you don't answer those questions right from the very beginning, you lose the audience. And maybe you've seen a speaker who's lost the audience, or maybe you've been the speaker and you've lost the audience. You know that point. That weird magical point where you just get the sense that they're not getting this. It's not getting through. They're not understanding what I'm saying. And maybe it puzzled you. Maybe afterwards you said, I don't know what happened. I seem to be going through everything. I gave my talk. I gave them all the information they wanted, but for some reason it fell apart. Huh. Must have gotten a bad audience. And that's common. Many speakers do that. Blame the audience. Oh, the audience, a bad audience. Bad day, bad audience. But maybe it's because you didn't answer those questions. And you didn't go through the process. And maybe at one point you had them. And the next moment, you lost them. Because you didn't go through this procedure. Simple questions, but very powerful. Once you start going through these questions in order, then you'll notice something different. You'll notice the audience is more responsive. They're with you. And just when you think they're about to pull away, they'll kind of come back. Because that's kind of the way it is in speech. Your audience is there, they go away, then they come back. They go away, they come back. And sometimes they come back really strong. And that's what you want. They may not be with you all the way through your speech, but there are certain magical moments where they come back and they really get involved, and that's where you want them. And that happens when you start answering the questions. Your audience goes away when they start thinking of the new question, and they come back when you answer that question. It's like, okay, you got my first question, all right, great. What about this? Okay, you got the second question. I'm coming back. Oh, I got a third question going up. That's all right, okay. Oh, important fourth question. All right, I'm back. And if you can smoothly anticipate that order of questions and the way they work, then you can have your audience all the way through your speech. And you'll notice the change. You just get the sense that they're with me. They're getting it. Understanding all this stuff I'm talking about. It's sinking in. Or have that magical moment when you realize the audience is just getting it and they're with you. And they're learning something that they're really going to use, really going to apply, really going to do something with. It's the magic that happens when they get everything. When everything just kind of comes together in some huge, mysterious way. It doesn't need to be so mysterious if you understand the 4 questions. Now, the first question is the most basic. The most basic, and yet quite often speakers will forget about that first question, go right on to the second or third, or sometimes even the 4th question. And they lose the audience right there. And you notice this happening, you ever had seen that experience where right from the very beginning the speaker just didn't have the audience. It just wasn't there. For some reason, at the very beginning, it just wasn't there. The more the speaker talked, the more desperately they talked, the more they realized that I don't have this audience. They're not there. They're not aware of it. That's because the very first question you have to answer, you have to get. The audience is going to be with you. It's a simple question. It's a straightforward question. Sort of question you ask in every situation you come across. But many speakers don't think about it. And the first question is, who is this for? Who Who is this for? That's the first question. Who is this for? Because quite often as a speaker you presume, well, everybody knows it's for them. Yeah, they know it's for them. Hey, I wouldn't be up here talking in front of you if this wasn't for you. Doesn't make any sense. Why would I be up here talking if it wasn't for you? But the audience, people in the audience secretly are thinking, you know, this is not for me. This is not about me. It's not really working for me, I'm not interested in it, it's not something relevant to me, it has nothing to do for me. So you lose them right at the very beginning. Because you don't answer, who is this for? The audience thinks, well, maybe it's for me. You go right into the stuff you're talking about, and they're thinking, maybe it's for this. I don't understand any of this, forget it, not for me. But if at the very beginning you make it very clear, this is for you. In fact, you can use that word, you. It's a powerful, involving word because it's all-encompassing. Hey, it's for you. It's for you and it's for you. Great thing about that word, it means one person, it means everyone. You and you, same word, same power. You just go up there and start using the word you, all of a sudden the audience gets to say, who is this for? Hey, it's for me. It's for me. And if at the very beginning of your speech your audience knows, this is for me. Definitely for me. You can answer them, get them to think that, yeah, this is for me. Right at the beginning, that's a strong beginning. So the audience is right there. Like, okay, I get it. You know, it's for me, I'm paying attention. I'm here for you. So that's a great thing. Who is this for? You make it clear, hey, it's for you. It's really for you. And everyone in the audience out there thinks, yeah, it's for me. Use the magic word you. Make sure your content's relevant for your audience. So they get it. Oh yeah, this is something I'm thinking about. It's something I'm worried about. It's something I've been concerned about. It's something I've seen in the news. So that's the first thing. Who is this for? That's great. Who is this for? It's a good beginning. But after you get to the first question, you got to go to the second question. That's great. It's for them. But some speakers kind of go on this who is this for a little bit too long. And another question comes in the audience. And it's not answered. And they're saying, okay, I get it. Yeah, it's for me, but I got this new question. You're not answering it. Are you ever going to answer it? And on it goes. Hey, it's for you, it's for you, it's for you, it's for you, it's for you. And you're like, wait, all right, it's for me, I get it. The new question I got here, are you going to answer it or not? Sometimes the answer is no. It just keeps going on and on and on. Rambling sort of stuff about all this sort of, it's great. But that's when the audience thinks of that next question, and then you're gone. Unless you answer that next question, which is simply, what is it? What is it? Once they start thinking, who is this for? Great. You know it's for them. Okay, great. All right, fine. But after a certain point, after you know that it's, sure, it's for you, you can just, hey, what is it? What the heck are you talking about? Yeah, it's for me, you got my attention, fantastic, we're there, great, but what are you really talking about? What's the content? What are you talking about here? And if you drag out that part, who is this for, too long, before you get to actually what you're talking about, the point you're trying to make, well, that'll lose everybody. That'll lose your whole audience right there. Bam, like that. The whole audience is like, you know, I got things to do. I got things to do here. I got other things to do. Forget this. Maybe for me, maybe someday I'll figure out what it was, what it is, but not right now. They're wasting my time. I'm out of here. Remember, once you set up who is this for, that's great. Keep your attention. But at some point, you got to very quickly say, okay, here's what it is. They have a question, what is it? Here's what it is. This is it. Then you roll it out. This is what I'm talking about. This is the point I'm trying to make. This is what it's all about here. Yes, it's relevant to you, and this is exactly what it is. And once you get that, then you're halfway there. You know, who's it for? Okay, it's for me. What is it? Here's what it is. Fantastic. Great. Unfortunately, some speakers stop there. They're thinking, well, you know, hey, who's this for? Yeah, great. Here's what it is. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. And that's kind of it. But once again, another question has come up in the mind. Because your audience doesn't just sit there. They're constantly thinking. A new question comes into their mind and thinking, okay, I got a newer question. I know who it's for. Great, it's for me. I know what it is. You're explaining it fine. I got this new question. You aren't explaining it. And then that's where you lose them too. Now sometimes you can string that part out. You know, what is it? Just a long time, and even though the next question comes up, you know, maybe it's not a big deal, but at some point they got to start thinking, you know, got this important question, you're not answering it. It's going to happen. Okay, I got what it is. Okay, I know it's for me. I know what it is. Okay, I'm checking out of here. So you got to answer the third question. All right, you're going pretty well in your speech. Who is it for? The audience knows, hey, this is for me. No question about it. Your audience is thinking, yeah, it's for me, it's for me, it's for me. Great, fantastic. So your audience is well on their way. And then, what is it? I get it. I know what it is. I now know what it is. Your audience is thinking, okay, what it is. All right, fine. What it is? They know it's for them. They know what it is. But if you don't answer this next question, some level of them to think, okay, yeah, blah, 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 whatever. What it is, okay, fine. I get that. And I guess I'll just leave it at that. And then some of them just check out your speech because they know the rest of it's about blah, blah, blah. Here's what it is, what it is, what it is. You're not going to answer my next question. I guess it's not that important, but since what you're talking about keeps rambling on, forget about that. So that third question that pops in their mind is, okay, I know who's it for, I know what it is, but the next question is, how do I do it? How do I do it? And here's where a lot of speakers kind of come apart. They've got this idea, okay, I've got this thing, it's for everyone. It's for you. Definitely for you. What is it? It's this thing? Yeah. Okay, but how does the audience actually put that into their lives? How do they actually do that? And many speakers are like, I have no clue. Hey, it's just a good thing. Just to let you know, it's a good thing. It's like if you're giving a speech about making $1 million, you say, hey, this is for you, all right? You really want to make $1 million. It's a good thing, it's great, want to make that $1 million. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, making $1 million. Okay, here's the thing, making $1 million, that's what you want to do. You take the dollars, make millions of them. That's the thing you want to do. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, that's what it is. How do you do it? I don't know. Who knows how to make $1 million? But, you know, that's something to talk about. It's what it is. That's talking about making $1 million. Don't know how to do it. But that's what we're talking about. You see, those speakers are just, they're gone. If you can't tell me how to do it, you can't tell me how to make that $1 million, I really don't need any more of this speech. I'm done with this speech. I get it. Okay, you want to talk about making $1 million, fine. But you don't know how to do it? Forget it. So remember, once you start talking about something, you got to talk about how to do it. Don't tell them, just do it. It's not how to do it. It makes a great slogan. It'll sell a lot of shoes. But it really doesn't help somebody when they're really trying to do something. Okay, step one, just do it. What do I do? How do I do it? How do I do it? It's the first thing I want. How do I do it? But once you explain that, okay, you want to make $1 million? Here's how you do it. Here's how you do it. And I get it. It's like, okay, I know how to do it. All right, fine. And then the final question comes up. And most speakers have no clue that question's even come up in the audience's mind, but it's there. It's there. And if you don't touch on that final question, things can fall apart at the last moment, and you won't even know it. The audience wonders, who is this for? You've reassured them, it's for you. This audience I picked, I selected, it's relevant, it matters to you, it's perfect for you. Definitely for you. So who is it for? It's definitely for you. Then, what is it? What is it? Well, here's what it is. Here's what it is. What I'm talking about. Okay, I get it. Great. The audience gets what it is. All right. Well, how do I do that? Oh, I'm even going to explain how to do it. Here's what it is, but here's also how to do it. Step by step, the way you do this. Yeah. But there's one more question. One more question starts sneaking in the audience's mind about the time I start thinking about how to do it. They start thinking about, why should I care? Why should I care? Why should I care about doing this? Why should I care about this? What is it? Why should I care about all this stuff? Yeah, it's for me. I get what it is. I know how to do it. Why should I bother? Why should I care about doing that? Why should I do that? More important, why should it matter to me? Should it matter to me? Okay, great, make it $1 million. Well, what's the big deal about that? Yeah, here's step by step how to make $1 million. Seems like a lot of work. Why should you even bother doing that? Why should I care to do? Why should it matter to me that that's the thing to do? And if you don't answer that question, then right at the finish line, you can't quite cross over it. You don't know why. You notice all of a sudden at the end, the audience is like, eh, whatever. Like, I don't get it. They know it's for them. They know what it is. They know how to do it. But if you don't give them a reason why they should care, why they should be doing it, they're not going to do it. That's why that selling part, why should I do this? Why should I care? It's so important. You want people to own it and say, hey, here's why it matters to you, here's why I should care, why I should do it. That's really important. Get that selling in there. You understand how to do it? Yeah, great, I don't know how to do it, but here's why you should do it. Here's why you should care. Here's why it matters. And that's simply selling. That's all it is to it. And if you can get that, really get that across, here's why it matters, why you should care about this, then everything comes together. And you'll notice that in your audience. All of a sudden, they're like, okay, wow, yeah, I'm with you. And from then on, you've got them. And they'll do whatever you're talking about. Because they believe it's important. They believe it matters to them. It's not only for them, it also matters to them. How's it going to make their life better? How's it going to solve a problem? What's going to happen in their life? How can you paint a picture? Once you start doing this, you will have amazing things happen. How can you make that picture come alive in your audience? Why should I care? Here's why you should care. Here's why it matters. Boy, you're going to feel so much better when you start doing that. The audience goes through 4 questions. 4 questions, a 4-step process they go through. And as you step into these questions, if you answer all these questions in your mind, you'll find your whole speech opening up. You'll find your speaking opening up. You'll find it so much simpler and easy to communicate, get things across in your speeches. The first thing is, who is this for? Make it really clear at the beginning. This is for you. This is for your audience. It's all for your audience out there. It's the whole point. It's why you're doing it. And the people in your audience, yes, this is for them. Magic word is you. This is for you. It's all about you. I want to help you. You know what matters to you. Make that really clear. It's all about you. It's for you. I want you to get this. Who is this for? It's for you. And then, hey, what is it? Once you explain who is this for, the audience knows it's for them. Pretty quickly try to bring in that this is what it is. If you wait too long, you got a problem. Because they're not really like, okay, it's for me, but I'm just checking out because this is too much work to figure out what you're talking about. Let them know what you're talking about. What is it? This is what it is. This is what it is. And just lay the whole thing out. Clearly, deliberately, all the way through, so they get it. So I start saying, okay, I know it's for me, all right, and I know what it is. I understand it all the way through. Then when that next question pops up, make sure you're on top of it. How do I do it? How do I do it? So once you've got them and they're thinking, okay, I know what it is, all right, fine. They're thinking, okay, well, I know what it is, but how do I do that? How do I do it? Answer that question. Get that question answered in the mind. Here's how you do it. Right there. Here's how you do it. So then they're following along and saying, okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's how to do it. You know what it is, and you know how to do it, you're almost there. But if you know what it is and you have no clue how to do it, then that's no good. So what it is, okay, here's what it is. What is it? Here's what it is. How do you do it? Here's how to do it. All right, don't forget the final thing. Because you're not going to do anything unless you get in this final answer, this final question. It'll pop up right in the middle. Once you understand how to do it, the question will pop up and say, why should I care? Why should I care? It seems like it's going to be a big bother to do that. I got to do extra things. I got to work on this. I got to try this. I got to change my life around. I got to make all this effort. Why should I really care about doing that stuff? And then make it really clear why they should care. How it's going to improve their lives. It's going to make them better. Just make everything better. Paint that vision for this is what it's going to look like when you start doing all these things. Why should I care? This is why I should care. You may be wondering, hey, why should I care about doing all this stuff? Always answer all these questions. Once you start answering all these questions, as you now know, all of a sudden your speeches would go so smoothly with your audience because all the way along, all the little blips in the road will all be answered. Your audience will get it, they'll nod, they'll say, okay, I know what to do, I know how to do it, I know why should I care. Boy, I'm going to make it happen. And that's what happens when you go through 4 questions. You're off.